starts with that buzz. I'm sure it may be on my end. I don't know if it's on your end, but when I hear that buzz, I really don't like it. Sound like it's a connection thing, but I guess I'm just talking out loud to myself. Um, yeah, today's gonna be good. Learn some stuff today. So let me go ahead and put the caption up. And what we're going to be talking about today, we're talking about the audacity. We are talking about the audacity. And as you see the question that is proposed right there, do you have the audacity to succeed? That's a question that you can answer. It's not something that I want you to show and tell or anything else like that. I want you to have an inner conversation with yourself about audacity. And do you have the audacity to succeed? All right. So, again, like always, we're going to start in a spirit of gratitude to say thank you. I appreciate you for just being here and watching, just sharing this digital space, because what we're going to be exposing today is how you can use the word audacity in your favor. I mean, you can. I don't know if you have thought about it, but I can tell you that you can. And I'm not even going to talk about it as a possibility. I'm going to talk about it as something that you can actually use in your favor, which is audacity. So today is February the 22nd. It is Wednesday, February the 22nd. It's already midweek. So if you live your day by the magnificent Mondays or hump day Wednesday and or thank God it's Friday, whatever it is, if that's how you see it, then cool. I'm just going to say it's already midweek. So thank you and everybody that's here sharing in this digital space, developing this digital relationship, because I want to develop a digital relationship with you, because I want to be an asset to your mental growth and to your personal development that you can always go back into and use when you need to tap in or to plug into something just to recharge. So again, thank you for being here. All right, we're talking about the power of the audacity. Again, I'm not going to be on long, but I really want to just hit home and just open things up for you. So as we begin, what I want you to do inside of the chat, I want you to drop the word audacity. 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 Go ahead and put the word audacity inside of the chat. So let's go ahead and go. Here we go. We jumping 2 feet deep into this, into what we're going to be talking about today. Then we're going to jump even further when we get into the deep dive. So let's go. All right. So audacity. First definition of audacity is said the willingness to take bold risk. Audacity is the willingness to take bold risk. Peace. Good morning, Miss Freeman. The willingness to take bold risk. And for those that don't know the platform, you're going to get definition of words. And normally you would get the etymology, but I'm giving you two definitions. I had to extract this word out of the definition because it really began to shine a different light on the word audacity itself. So inside our definitions, we're going to get inversions, whether it's red over white or white over red. If I say red over white, pay attention to the words that are in red. If I say white over red, pay attention to the words that are in white, and then you can formulate your own understanding, and you can even drop that inside of the chat. All right, so the first definition of audacity said the willingness to take bold risk. And what I want you to pay attention to on this one is white over red, which is the willingness. And the reason why I extracted, the reason why I began to focus on the white over red, which is the willingness, is because we have to have a willingness to even exercise or to utilize the word audacity in our favor. Because audacity can be used in a favor that is not favorable to you. I mean, we all know that. Some of us do. But utilizing the word audacity in our favor or in our benefit, we have to have a willingness to do that. And as you can see in the other inversion, which I think I can flip it, I'll flip it. Now I will talk about the red over white, is to take bold risk. Like, when was the last time you actually took a calculated bold risk? Have you ever was trying something and everything that you tried just seemed like it wasn't working, but you wanted to quit, but something told you, or something inside of you told you, like, today is not the day to quit. Today is the day that we're going to take this bold risk because we're going to make it happen regardless of the outcome. We're going to learn something today. And the risk that we're going to take is going to be experience that we're going to use in order for us to do it again. That's taking a bold risk. And in order for you to take a bold risk, there has to be a level of willingness that is going to couple the drive that you have. So now let's go into the second definition. And the second definition that we're talking about of audacity is fearlessness, intrepidity, or daring. I had to look this word up. I ain't gonna lie, because I wanted to learn more about it. Like, I had to Google, like, how do you say this word? Intrepidity. Yeah, intrepidity. That's a tough word. Fearlessness, intrepidity, or daring. So the reason why I didn't invert this definition itself, because every last word held its own level of power, or every last word holds its own level of influence, because fearlessness is having the the willingness to respond to respond to something in a favorable action. Fearlessness is a response, because you're going to be faced by so many things, but how you respond to it will show what level of fearlessness that you have. The way you push through it, the way you talk about it, the way you feel about it, the way your behaviors about it. Now, intrepidity. I had to pull this out. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I've never heard this word. First, I thought it was like interpretity or something like that. But then when I looked it up, I fell in love with the word. So, intrepidity. The definition of intrepidity is the quality of spirit that enables you to face danger or pain without showing fear. Peace, Grand Rising, sir. It says the definition of intrepidity is the quality of spirit that enables you to face danger or pain without showing fear. And when I seen this definition, again, this word is new to me. I've never used the word, I've never heard of the word, but I'm open and transparent enough to communicate about the word itself. And it really began to allow me to look at uh, Audacity a whole lot different, because it said this word itself, which was extracted out of the definition of audacity, the intrepidity. So it says again, the quality of spirit that enables you to face danger or pain without showing fear. So the inversion that I want you to pay attention to. Let me move this for a little bit. Nope, not that one. I'll do this one. All right. It says the quality of spirit that enables you to face danger or pain without showing fear. The inversion that I wanted you to pay attention to is white over red, which is the quality of spirit that enables you to face fear. Because remember, the previous definition of audacity, it said fearlessness. So in order for you to face your fear, there has to be a spirit of intrepidity. Because again, it says it is the quality of spirit that enables you to face fear. Fear, again, like I always say, fear is a response to your thoughts. Because that's what it is. It is a response to your thoughts. It is a response to the actions of your thoughts. Like the heart palpitation, or the clammy hands, or the tightness of the chest, or stuttering, or whatever it is. All of that is a response to how you're thinking. But if you didn't have that type of response to your process of thought, then fear would not exist, right? It wouldn't exist. There wouldn't be the stutter. There wouldn't be the clammy hands. There wouldn't be the excessive sweating. There wouldn't be any of that. So it is a response to how you are thinking. And if intrepidity is there, it is the quality of the spirit that enables you to face fear. That means that you can stand in the face of fear and not be held in contempt because you're afraid of what is going to happen. You can stare that in the face and still be unmoved and unbothered and still have the audacity to push yourself through the situation. So let's begin to take the process into this deep dive, because audacity is a behavior that I feel that we can adopt. We can adopt the behavior of audacity. So audacity to me is like a merger between strength and your courage. That's audacity. It is a merger between your inner strength and your courage. Because if we're talking about the intrepidity of the quality of the spirit that enables you to face fear, that's courage. That is staring that situation in the face and having the courage to stand in the storm and the inner strength to push through it. And I also see audacity as a conjunction between will and risk. It is a conjunction between will and risk, because if you have that inner strength, that's like your inner power. That's the inner power that you have buried so deep that you pull up when it's time for you to use it, and it subsides and it goes back once it's time for you to take that next risk. And I also feel that audacity is the cousin of tenacity. I'm gonna say that again. If you don't know what the word tenacity means, I want you to look it up, because I believe that audacity is the cousin of tenacity, like that thing that you push for, and how you push forward, how you push towards it, how you push with it. Audacity allows you to take that risk without fear, because you know you've worked for it. You know you work towards it. You know that you have that inner ability to make it happen. So I want to allow you to expand your mindset real quick, because audacity is also going to give you ability to weather and withstand the storm. It's going to give you the ability to survive and thrive. Because a lot of times, just because you survive something, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're thriving. Because to thrive is to take or examine the experience that you've gained when you were in your survival mode. And when you are in your survival mode and you have overcome the situation, now you begin the process of thriving. Because audacity is really an uncommon behavior. And it's only uncommon to those who don't understand the process of audacity and how audacity can be used as a superpower, can be used as the power to endure, to push you through the very thing that you're presently going through right now. Because it's that action that will give you the boldness to step out of your comfort zone and to believe. There has to be an inner belief system. There has to be something that you're going to have to believe in order for you to step out of your very own way, to tell you that you got it, to empower you to push you through it. Because it will empower you empower that extraordinary gift that you have inside of you that would allow you to overcome any challenge and to accomplish your dreams. And the audacity can even allow the beginning of the alteration of the trajectory of your life just by understanding that you do have the power to have audacity to push you through it. I mean, think about it. By embracing this 8-letter word, it's like audacity allows you to take your power back. I mean, think about it. Audacity allows you to take your power back. Because who had the audacity to tell you that you dream too big? Like, who had the audacity to count you out? Because life acts funny sometimes, and life may have the audacity to throw you off course, right? Life will also have the audacity to tell you to quit, that you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, or nobody else made it, so why should you try it? Your family didn't make it. Your papa was a drunk, your mama was this, your daddy was that, your cousin was this. Nobody in your family has ever made it before. They had the audacity to tell you that. You was a high school dropout. Your family is poor. You're never going to amount to anything. You're going to be just like the rest of them. Quit while you ahead. Don't you let that pain push you out of the alignment of your promise. Because you need to allow that pain to push you in pursuit of your promise. And who were you not to have the audacity to not succeed? Because it's yours. You have to have the audacity to be successful. You have to have the audacity to push through your pain. You have to have the audacity to tell your family trauma that not today. You have to have the audacity to even stare the family trauma in the face and to understand that I'm not going to allow this family trauma to continue, or I'm not going to be a successor to the trauma that happened way before my time. You have to have the audacity to stare that in the face and say, it is not my trauma anymore. There is something new that you're going to have to create, and you have to have the audacity to create it. Because remember, the first definition of audacity is said what? The willingness. The willingness. Because having the audacity has to have the willingness to do something bigger, better, and greater, and to push you out, not just of your comfort zone, but to push you out of your fears, to align you, to put you in a position that the promises is going to be easier for you to assume. But you have to have the audacity to get yourself there. I'm not worried about what other people may say about me. I'm not worried about what other people think that I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing. I need to have the audacity to push through the try. A lot of times our trying was not enough because we've already knocked ourselves out of alignment before we ever stood in position. Audacity will put you back in position. Audacity will put you back in alignment. So as you see right there, the question that is still proposed to you, do you have the audacity to succeed? And remember, audacity is a willingness. So if you have the willingness to succeed, then you must have the audacity to succeed. That's like staring someone in the face and telling them, you have the audacity to think that I wasn't, to even think that I wasn't going to make it. And I'm going to show you that I have the audacity to prove you wrong. Not that you need to prove anybody wrong, but you have to have that type of power. You have to have that type of willingness. You have to have that type of spirit to look the fear in the face and say, today is not my day to believe in what you're saying. because I have to have the audacity to succeed all expectations. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone. But hey, tomorrow's gonna be good. All right, I already know what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. So I want to try to show up here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're talking about the power of must. We're talking about the power of must because I think sometimes when we take must off the table, we then begin to compromise our why. When we take must off the table, there's too many people who compromise their why when they don't put a must behind it. And you have to have the audacity to not make it. You know how many people who tried before you that fell on their face? You know how many people who had struggled in order for you to get here? You know how many people dreams didn't come true because they allowed someone else's dreams to overshadow you or overshadow them? Again, the definition of audacity is the willingness. You have to have the willingness to push out of your way, push you out of your way. I'm okay with you pushing, but what if you pushed yourself through it? What if you pushed yourself through it and not pushed yourself out of the way or pushed yourself down? What if you pushed yourself through it? You know how much more you will be able to accomplish if you just pushed yourself through it. All right, that's it. Good morning, Miss Ta Da Lee. I appreciate you for being here, Mr. Tony. I thank you for being here. And like always, here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice, I will always say thank you to you. And I appreciate you for just sharing this space. Go ahead and put down in the chat your takeaways. And if you want to vocally put down your takeaways, you can always go to Anchor, type in consistency is currency, and you can leave a message, a verbal voice message in your takeaways. And what I do with verbal voice messages, I put them at the beginning of that podcast so people are able to hear you. You're able to say, hello, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. I'm out of so-and-so. And what I took away from this message was this. I will take that and I will add it into the podcast where people will be able to hear and to listen to you. For those that know, especially on Fridays, when I go through the international listeners, you're able to see where your voice will be heard. So just go and follow us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all those distributions. You're able to listen to us from that platform. But again, like always, y'all be blessed. Peace.